Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Acanthop Isle. I am here in the Commons, which is the Central Park in Acanthop Isle. And here it is, all scrolled out, all pretty. For you, there's the church there. And there's even a church clock, which keeps the sim time. And here's the council hall, the cemetery, which we visited in season 1 of this Let's Play. And here's Cecil Barrington's house. I think Cecil's on the lot right now, if I'm not mistaken, or he was earlier. And we are here in an attempt to get our lonely pimpster some company. I'm gonna have him, I had him check out the scope the room in the previous episode, and he chose one Reverend Honoria Piglet, and which is a terrible thing to call her. That is her real name. I'm not calling her a name while she's busy chowing down on this. Yeah, I just love the chewing faces of the Sims. Look at that. Attractive. And I didn't think that she'd be Percy's type, but there it is. I'm going to have him head over here, because right now he was just spending some time in the break between recording, checking out Wesley, and seeing how he felt about that, but that was a kind of, not so much, maybe later. So, I could have him sit down and play Mahjong, but we have a purpose here. So I'm going to have him do a check out the room again. Scope room. By the way, the reason why he's kind of cooled on Honoria is because, we'll see how it goes, but because she hit him in the face several times with a baseball. Which rather, cools the loins, as it were. Okay, scope room. Haha, Dr. Fitzgerald Tanner, I take it. And look, there were little sparklies that appeared over the sim. I guess that's from base game. For some reason, I don't remember those being there, but that's what happens when you get a better graphics card. Let's have him, I'm gonna just open up, well, let's see. I wonder if he can, he can brag. I'm gonna have him walk right over the doctor and brag. Now, Fitzgerald is, he has a want to ask Fitzgerald on a date. Now, let's see if Fitzgerald is interested. Let's talk about me. You suck. Let's talk, look at his face. Fitzgerald's, oh my god, the Sims are so amazing. They're so awesome. I get so excited about this game. Look at that, look at his face. He's just like... Yeah, that's just a face that's just like, you put, when you're typing it, you just type 3 periods and then nothing else. Yeah, he's like, you're so not really all that interesting. Oh my gosh, now look at that. Oh gosh, okay. Let me know how you feel about this. I stopped the Let's Play and take pictures really quickly, and I hope that doesn't stop things or slow things down for you, but if it does, let me know. I guess I'm used to watching live stream sessions where the live streamer would take pictures of her game as she was going, and it just never really bothered me. But if it does cause you to feel like the game is not moving along at a good clip, then let me know. Get out of my face. Okay, well, Dr. Tanner isn't too interested. Let's have him talk a little bit and see if maybe something can come out of it. What's a lonely pimp meister to do? Okay. We're striking out hard and hard here. I think it's time for a change of scenery. What do you think? I think that's an excellent idea, Jessa. Let's do that. Okay, let's. I could have him visit a sim. Let's see who he has here. So he, you know, like I said, he's into Reverend Honoria. And also with Jane T. Bell. I think we should go over to the Hellhole. The Hellhole is the bar in the mainland, and I feel like it's a place where he would be really comfortable. So let's go there and see if we have any better luck. We'll hit up a community lot. We'll head down to the mainland. And this place is called, if I can find it, oh no, it's on Dockside, that's why. Dockside is a different part of the mainland. It's the part on the where the trains are. Hazel's Hellhole. Here we go. Call me. And off we go. Now he's going to head back and I imagine catch the train. Goes across to the mainland too, so he may catch the ferry depending on what the times are. Yes, I think about little things like them, you know, say, Jessa, it's amazing how detailed your world is, but all I do is think about things as if in it. You know, it's fun for me to think about whether he's coming into Hazel's Hellhole after a long ride on the train and feeling fresh air on the ferry. There's a lot of playability in the Sims world with Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, and also with the upcoming Sims 4, purely because the games, I don't really look at them as games. I look at them as imagination tools. And the games have helped me to strengthen my imagination, to kind of hone it a bit, so that I can make a world like Acanthop and enjoy it for, you know, for years. I played my last hood, and I still do have it, and still play it from time to time. But I played that hood, and it still works perfectly. For 5 years? Quite contentedly. And didn't occur to me to make another one for a while, and then I decided to make a new one, a new hood using some of the new custom content that had come out since I'd made the last one. And also I had learned a little bit more about hood building and wanted to make something that was even tighter and smaller than before. So, I think we need to buy a ticket, sign up. Get a ticket. What is the ticket cost here? And I think our luck might be a little better here because 25 simoleons that we just paid for that, for the privilege of partay in, because Jane T. Bell is someone that we are interested in. So let's charm her. Ain't she a cutie pie? Come here, Jane. Let me just tell you how fine and divine you are. Uh-huh. You go ahead, baby. Mm-hmm. Jane is very pretty. Very, very pretty. I'm going to try one more thing with him, and then I'm going to see what he does autonomously. Oops, I clicked on him, not her. So I'm going to go straight to brag, because I feel like Percival's just the bragging type of guy. And that's a reaction. That's what you say. That's how a woman should react, or a man, to, I am the hottest thing walking on this island, baby. You want to ride? That's the reaction a person should make. Look at her. She's just like, why, yes, please. And, whoa, hello. Whole lot of sim there. And it's even better in Percival's mind, because here comes Reverend Honoria. She likes to relax at the Hellhole. And, you know, I like to think that she looks just a little bit pursed of mouth. Don't you see? Do you think that? Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's definitely someone who's not too happy with seeing the man that she was just hitting in the face with a baseball, making it with another girl in front of the hellhole, not more than an hour and a half later. Really? What's the world coming to? And she's got to preach the sermon this weekend. Okay. Picture taking time. I take the pictures, well, I've always taken pictures. I mean, that's one of the greatest things I love about the game is sharing the world and taking pictures just for my own enjoyment as well. I also take them because they are the thumbnails for the episodes. But mostly I take them just because it's just great to keep a catalog of what's going on. And I have looked back at my old pictures of this neighborhood and old neighborhoods. I have my very first pictures that I've taken on The Sims. And they're horrible. The blinking lights in the back are from these traffic courses. Whoa! Well, that was fast. Yeah. Success! Okay, so we just had to figure out the right person to go after. So I think it's time to ask her out on an official date. It's gonna, actually, before we do that, I keep clicking on him instead of her. Before we do that, they did, by the way, that kiss that we just saw, that first kiss, was autonomous. I didn't tell him to do that. Let's go in and ask her what turns her on to see how we are doing. Obviously we turn her on, but you know. Oh yeah, I think we've asked her this before. She likes large guys. That's all right. We can eat. We can eat. Okay, so it's time for a date. I feel like Percival would be willing to let himself go if... You can ask, does my bum look big in this? Let's ask that, just because she just mentioned that she liked men of a large stature. So let's see if she likes what we have on offer. Does my bum look big in this? I've never seen... I don't know if this is part of a mod. It might be. I have so many. But let me know if you have this conversation option in your... Let's see if we can get it this way from this direction. There we go. I want to see this animation in full. But let me know if you have this option in your game as well, too. Does my bum look big in this, baby? Come on. Yeah, it kind of does, really. And I don't know why she'd be talking about a hard hat. That might... This is what I mean about imagination tools. It would take me a while to use my imagination to think of what she might have been responding with. So he's thinking about that kiss, which is great. And, I don't know why she... Let me know in the comments. Perhaps I'll give a little prize to someone who comes up with the wittiest thing that Jane T. Bell could have been saying to Percival DeRozan in response to the question, does my bum look big in this? We have a hard hat and we have a wrench. And ready, set, go. What do you come up with? I'll be interested to see what you guys have done. Anyway, let's go over here and now let's get started on that date. On a date. Hello, sweetie. Could I possibly... I like it. I imagine that Reverend Honoria is standing here because she's a little bit jealous of what's going on, and so she's making it known that she can make friends too and socialize and stuff. So there. All the little stories and all the little things that come out about The Sims. You know, I'm going to take this moment to speak a little bit about The Sims 4 that's coming out. And I think this little interlude that we've had here is a great example of the fact that I think the Maxis team is selling us something that has been available for the last 10 years already. At least I haven't played Sims 1. I didn't play it when it was out, I mean. So, you know, I only have experience from 2004, but I feel like my Sims already have emotions. And the emotions are of a reasonable amount. We have seen what looks to me like Honoria Piglet being jealous and a little bit pursed of lip, you know, looking irritable or unhappy that she was, you know, she's already lost the favor of Percival de Rosen. We have seen Jane T. Bell very happy and interested in and autonomously having a first kiss with him. I didn't do a thing. I had nothing to do with that. And we could also go over here and imagine as to why Sienna is here. And imagining what's going on means that we have to think about what her emotional state is. Perhaps she's exhausted. You know, she looks a bit tired to me. Her face looks a little bit white in this light. So very much she may be just being driven crazy by her baby who's been crying constantly. I don't have to go in and play Sienna's lot to come up with a story for her, for why she's here and what she's doing, because the Sims already are alive and real, in my opinion. So though I am going to buy The Sims 4, and don't worry, I am going to let's play The Sims 4, I don't feel like what they're offering to us is that much of a big change. What I'm excited about are the better graphics, even though I like the graphics of The Sims 2, and especially with my nice card and all the mods, you know, I think The Sims look quite nice here. I mean, I think they just look quite nice to me. But, you know, nicer graphics and an open hood, you know, which is available in The Sims 3, but I don't like The Sims there. So anyway, once again, tell me what you think, you know. This whole emotion, Sims have emotions now, it makes me think that the people who make The Sims 4 have never played The Sims games, if they think that they need to market that as a brand new thing. Now, having said that, we're on a date. Let's take her, I'm going to take her straight home because, you know, business is business. So I'm just going to walk home. I'm going to have him walk home. And plus, you know, we've just spent all that money, all that simoleon on the swanky house we built for Percival. There's no reason to waste it. Oh, ask back to my place. So it's telling me that I have to either end the date, or I can stay here, or I have to ask back to my place. So let me do that. He's looking at me like, Sim Goddess, hello. Look at that face. So once again, like I said, this is the face of a Sim who knows that he is about to get lucky, or at least hopes he is. Come on. All the guys who are watching, tell me, am I right? I'm right. Come on. Look at that face. That is the face of a Sim who's about to have a happy night. So like I said, emotions already included. Anyway, let's go back here to ask. And what are your skills? How much money do you have? Scope room. Does my bum look big in this? About interests, etc., etc. I'm looking for the option to no, end the date. That's end the date. I don't want to do that. Huh. I don't see ask back to my place. Let me look again. Under talk? Nope. Greet her. You're on a date with her. Slow dance, prank, casual. Yeah, we'll worry about that when we get home. Ask. Let me know if you know, you smart simmers. You guys are very smart and you always tell me all kinds of amazing things. Why I can't. I'm going to try greeting her and then see if that opens up the option. Hi! Oh, Pumpkin. You're so cute. See, that's how I greet my husband every day after when he comes home from work. I go, oh, darling, kiss, kiss. Let's see. Scope room. Nope, I'm still not getting asked back to my place. That's too bad. I don't want to end the date because I want to keep dancing with her. I'm gonna dance right out here on the sidewalk. Because I wonder, oh, look at him thinking about Honoria. He's like, that'll teach you for hitting me in the face with a baseball. Practically bruised me. I have mentioned this before, but I am terrible at dates. Because I don't like the timed aspect. Oh, they're so cute. Honoria, let it go, okay? Let it go. Okay, you're just gonna stand here? Seriously? She's trying to get to something. I don't know what, but it, to me, adds to the story once again. Look at that. If that is not some jealousy, I don't know what is. It's at moments like this when I am taking a picture and I see the hood in the background that I'm very grateful for the 3 months that I took to build this hood, because it pays off with these fantastic photos and seeing the houses in the background. And that's why the Sims 3 open neighborhood was not that much of a selling point for me. It didn't overcome the things I disliked so much about that game. If you want to know what those things are, I get asked that question enough that it's part of my frequently asked questions page on my website at thejessachannel.com. Okay, so I just had to take a picture of that because it was so important to the developing story. Let it go, Honoria. So I wonder if the ask back to my place only comes up if, you know, we've raised the dream date meter a little bit. They're like, we don't need no club. We can just dance out here in the open air. Wow. Well, I think we have hit the jackpot here. Smooching and everything. Okay. So I'm clicking this again to hope that Ask Back to My Place shows up somewhere. And I feel like you guys might, one of you guys or many of you guys might be yelling at the screen, it's under this, Jessa. But I don't see it. You know, I'm clicking on everything here, you know. The casual is part of Autonomous Casual Romance, which is great. But, and by the way, let's just for fun see. Under casual, here it is. Will I Woohoo will tell us. You could probably talk me into that. So they have a fairly good attraction score. Not the highest I've seen at any time, but you could have them woohoo on the sofa, which would mean that they would try and woohoo in the public area here. And since we're right around the corner from the police station, let's not do that. Oh, that's too bad. Add to friend zone, flirt, kiss. I could, you know, none of these things I can do. Well, I can do these things here, but I'm gonna have him make a suggestion. Oh, that's wonderful with the light of the lighting on her. Who was that? I don't recognize that sim. Gregory Erickson. I have literally no idea who that sim is. He must be an NPC that has shown up at one of my lots. I like to know who all the sims are on the hood, but I don't know that sim. Okay, I'm gonna have them stop dancing now. And see if I can get him to give her... Oh, the lighting. Look at the lighting. Oh. Mm-hmm. Sometimes on some of these animations, their mouths don't open when they move. Like when they're playing chess. I remember in the base game that their mouths would open, and then Maxis did something during when one of the expansion packs came out that caused that to stop. Okay, so I'm going to, if I can't get her to go home at this point, which I still don't see it, I'm going to end the date. It's not under flirt, it's not under appreciate. Yeah, I'm going to, oh, well, let me give her a back rub, though. You look tense, babe. The two people who got to work this out when they were working on the animations were probably very relaxed at the end of work. Excellent. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but you can click over here and find out what what Jane wants. She wants to slow dance, she wants to play, she wants to talk, and she also wants to ask a sim on the date. So this is not like the best date ever. So I'm gonna have him talk to her. It'll be very interesting to see. She wants to play the guitar, drink juice, flirt. So this teaches you what the other sim wants so that you can fulfill their wants and raise the date meter. And that pretty much ends my knowledge on how to have a good date. Well, actually, I know that, if the Sims woohoo, it's pretty much a dream date. And if one of the Sims dies on the date, it tanks it. I'm curious if you've ever had a Sim, die on a date or have a really horrible date before, and if you did, let me know in the comments what happened. So this is a very okay date. Like I said, I'm not good at raising the date meter. Give me tips if you have any. But she's not really impressed with him because she keeps rolling wants that don't have a lot to do with him. So we may have to have her over for a special dinner. So I'm going to... Well, I'm just going to let the date play out and see what they do autonomously. Oh, but she has a crush. That's good. Crushes are good. We like crushes. Work for your dinner, honey. Yay, that gave us a little bit more time. So, but that doesn't do us any good if I can't ask her home. So I think I'm going to end the date because I just can't get her off the lot. And then we'll go home. And I'll have to end this episode, but in the next episode we'll finally have our date with Jane T. Bell. Or I should say the next time we're at Percy's, because in the next episode I think we're going to go visit another Sim. Either the new family in town with the two little girls, because we haven't seen any kids, and I'd like to see some kids playing. Or we'll go back and visit Sienna and Lex and see how Sienna and Lex are adapting to their new baby boy. So, let's end the date. That was a good time. Maybe we should go out again. Yes, we should, baby. Yes, we should. And let's walk Percy home. It's 2:30 in the morning, so it's time for bed. See you, baby. She's like, call me. Text me. None of my Sims and I think that's for a couple reasons. One, because I forget them. Two, because I don't use cell phones in my own life. Kind of an electronics store and sell all the electronics necessary. So that if the Sims want a cell phone, they can just go buy them. So we have about 8 hours to wait. It's 6 p.m. here at the lot. And this is courtesy of community time. And the reason why I have it in is that it means that there's no more magic time passing where you go to a community lot and you stay there for 7 hours and you come home and it's the same time as you left. So this, for example, opens up story possibilities in that if somebody else were living with Percy, they could, have a secret affair while he was at work, for example. I've been using the community time mod for so long, I don't remember what the game is like without it. It is by Crammy Boy at More Awesome Than You. The home of Pescado, who is an extremely talented modder for The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. And he should be home in just a little bit here. I want to tuck him in bed. And here he comes. And he should go to bed on his own. What are his needs looking like, though? He has hunger. And energy is low. I'll just see what he chooses to do on his own. Stand there and breathe the fresh air of a man who had a great date. Oh, actually, come to think of it. Yep, I turned his free will off when I was testing him, so he now will take care of his needs. And go to bed. And what's pushing him to go to bed is my Macrotastics by Pescado, which causes the Sims to take care of their needs really for real, and not how Maxis swears every single time with every episode every new Sims addition that the Sims will take care of their own needs and they're smarter. At least in The Sims 2, you need a mod to get them to be smart, but now they are really smart. And he will go to bed and wake up at the time I have told him to wake up, which is 8 o'clock. So, I'm waiting for... Alright, so, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, hit the thumbs up button below and encourage me. And if you loved what you saw, join the party, the ever-growing party, and subscribe. I'll see you back here in Acanthop in the next episode. And as I said, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions, then check Email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.